Hey guys, welcome back. It's Philly Pre, and I'm back again with another K-drama review. But this is a little bit different because I'm really doing something that I normally don't do. I did it for episodes 1 through 6, and it looks like every week I'm gonna have to do this because it's just too much for this drama that needs to be said. And I just don't think that I'm going to be able to remember it all at the end like I want to. So with that being said, I'm looking a little crazy, but anyway, here goes. This review is going to be for episodes 7 and 8, but I just finished 7 and I'm recording it now. Like, I'll finish 8. I use, and I don't edit, but I'm not going to edit. I'm just like fuse them together or something because I have to talk about episode 7. Oh goodness, where do I begin? So I love that the grandmother got to spend time with Gi and, spend time with her and have breakfast with her. And, even though she probably was a trip in her heyday, but, she loves her granddaughter, blah, blah, blah. They eat, they go to the amusement park and, shopping and stuff like that. But we all know that she saw her son-in-law with his mother at the amusement park, looking more like a couple than son and mother. That mother. And why y'all always reminiscing about, oh, do you remember when you took me to this amusement park when I was younger? He's like, let's go back and see if it changed. Well, if she took you as a kid and you're a grown man married with your own child, I'm sure there have been some changes. Okay. So y'all put on costumes and y'all walk around. You keep telling how, oh, your side profile is such a young profile. And then, really? This is like, no, am I the only one who sees something wrong with this? Something's wrong. Even when Gi's grandmother saw them together, she kind of had a face. Yeah, because it don't look right. Okay. So that was that. Then you got the other married couple. I don't know why I can't even remember her name, but the one who's the DJ for the radio. When she spit up that blood, child, I was like, oh, child, what the heck? Is she dying? Is it cancer? What is going on? But they say it's like an ulcer based on stress or whatever. He comes running to the hospital like he cares. Okay. And I'm just like, you don't even really care. So why are you coming to what you running to the hospital? But I guess you got to make it look good. You got to run to the hospital like, oh, let me check on her. And he's like, what's wrong? And then, you talking to the doctors and they like, oh, is she running stress? And he's like, yeah. Yeah, you think? You cheating fool, getting other women pregnant and you think she's under stress? Yeah, a lot of stress. And then you want to touch her hand while she laying in the hospital bed. I was so glad she moved her hand away. Don't touch me. Don't act like you care about me now. Like, we've been married for 3 years and you've been cheating and got somebody else pregnant and you darn near begging for a divorce. So don't touch me. Okay. Those scenes, with stuff going on. But the biggest part, episode 7. Ooh, and it was some triggers. Listen, I'm going to keep it real because I've been married. I'm divorced happily. But child, a cheating man, listen, a cheating man is one thing. But a cheating man who likes to flip the script and wants sympathy, which he could find in a dictionary between SHIT and syphilis, you gets none. And oh, woe is me, and you don't understand, put yourself in my shoes. Okay. So the daughter confronted you. Hyungi, I think it is. I'm sorry. Hyungi confronted you. I wanted to remember her name because she is killing it. Oh, this is what I was giving to her. She confronted you about your cheating. You admit it. She ain't waste no time. She went away for a while. Her mom was worried about her. You told your brother. She keeps it real. Look, he needed to know. The mom was like, why'd you tell him? He needed to know. I was with her. Tell him. Because otherwise he'll go around thinking his dad is just this wonderful human being, and he ain't. Okay, so now y'all have this family meeting. Y'all all sitting around. The daughter comes home, the husband comes home, whatever. The little boy comes from his friend's house. Hyungi. I know I'm saying it wrong. I'm jacking it up. You can say something in the comments if you want. Korean is not my first language, and I find it very difficult to pronounce some of the words or some of the names. Some I find super easy to like, 사랑해 or 감사합니다, but some of them aren't so easy. But anyway, and I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right, but in any event, the daughter of the professor, let's just say that, when she lit into her father, when I tell you, I was like, I got emotional, and I was like, yes. I mean, she told him, feel sorry for you, mama. And then I dropped the bomb on me that if this was said earlier in the drama, I missed it, that her mother comes from a privileged family and gave up her privileged, wealthy, catered to lifestyle to be with you because they disowned her when she decided to marry him. And this is what you do? And she works her finger to the bone. So she could have led a good life, but she didn't. And now this is what you do. Oh, honey, the daughter broke it down. She bought that car for you for your birthday after working her fingers to the bone, but you driving around with another woman in the car. First of all, let's back up a little bit. When they played the scene showing how the daughters found out that he was cheating or with another woman, my first thought was, this Mitch in a grocery store, smiling, shopping, buying food. Some got salad and, you know, the fixings, and they about to barbecue with somebody. And I'm saying to myself, oh, okay. But I thought it was just me. So let's fast forward back now when the daughter is lighting into his world. And she mentions, Mom has cooked for you. She's this every meal, your lunch, your this, your that. But I saw you shopping in the market for another woman. Have you ever went food shopping to help Mom out or to buy a meal for us to give Mom a break? You haven't. You dirty, rotten dog. I mean, she made him feel like the scum of the earth, which he is. And I was here for it. And then when the brother finally said, Nadu, I agree with my Nuna. I don't want you here. And when she first, because she even talked to her mom first before she said something, she said, is it okay if he leaves? Because he could go. And I was with them like, yes, he could go. Because my thing is, because that's what you really want anyway. So let's not prolong. Let's give him his divorce. Mine will be fine. He can roll. So she lights into him. And he keeps saying, please understand me after loving a woman for 31 years. She's like, these are excuses. Matter of fact, these ain't his excuses. You cheated. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Don't try to make it something that's not. This is betrayal. This is this. She's letting him know exactly what it is. But he trying to find his way out of it, trying to find a loophole to make himself look like the victim. No, you're not the victim. You're the villain. Own up to it. Be a man about it. You was man enough to cheat. Be man enough to accept the consequences. And when she told him, Mom was your lottery ticket, you won't be happy because you will reap what you sow. She said, because you can't treat people like this and then expect the rest of your life to be happy. And when I tell you, I said, this 20-year-old girl was spitting knowledge. I said, she was letting him know, and she made it clear, we'll be fine. I don't even want your money. Mom, we can live off what Mom makes, and I will get a part-time job if I have to. We don't want anything from you. And I was like, this little young girl, yes. And she reminded me so much of my daughter. Just no nonsense when it comes to men's crap. And if seeing her mother get hurt and is like, it's a no. So anyway, that was that. So I'm thinking, she said, you could go. So I'm thinking, so then now, fast forward, the mom's like packing his bag or whatever. And he's coming and sit on the bed. What you taking a seat for? First of all, why is she packing your stuff? She's still doing stuff for you. Pack your own mess and go. You can't even do that. Okay, but I understood she did it because she was having a heated moment, and I get that. But he came and sat down on the bed like, oh, Mama, just watch you pack. No, come on, you little Mitch. Get up and do what your dad wants. So, okay. So, then He like, well, you can't possibly tell me you haven't felt like, haven't felt something, or you haven't felt kind of how I felt. You work with producers, so many producers over the years. You never like wanted to like think about them in a different way. She looked at him like, oh, okay, so here it goes. This is classic. I cheated, but let me see if I can flip the script and put the shoe on your foot and make it like your fault, or you're this, or let me see if I can find a loophole where maybe at some point you thought about cheating, so then I can ease my conscience. Well, you thought about it, even though I did the act. You even thinking about it was worse than me, so now you should understand where I'm coming from and why I did what I did. Miss me with this, man. Miss me with this. Then you want to go get a beer. Why are you still here? Why do you need a beer? Then you looking for a soju in a cabinet. Why are you still here? Go have soju at your mistress' house. Go get a beer at her house. Take your stuff and go. Now you done drink and you got some liquid courage and you want to call to reconvene the family for another meeting, and because your daughter hurt your pride and she broke your heart, and how could she say that to you? And again, here we go flipping the script, because let's be real. Cheaters ain't wrong. It's always somebody else's fault that they cheated. It's not their fault. It could never be. Oh, no. No. You made me do it. It's because of you I fell into her. Literally. No, dude. And then the daughter had to kindly, she was like, oh, so you want me to feel sorry for you. You want me to apologize for you breaking our hearts. Okay, well, let me just say this to you. If that'll make you feel better and basically get you to leave faster, here it is. And then he still was on his little woe is me. Please just understand me. I just want you to understand me. Who have you understood in this situation? As the cheater, you're asking for understanding. Are you understanding how your kids feel? Are you understanding how your wife feels? Doesn't seem like it. I could go on and on, but I'm gonna have to wrap this up because I was heated. Oh, I mean, just heated. But kudos to his daughter, because she handled that. She let him know, and her doing that to me gave the mother the courage she needed, because she was so concerned about what her kids were thinking. Because as a mother, we think about our kids first. So having her daughter do that, I felt like just made her, one, feel good, and let her know we'll be okay. And my kids will support me if I tell him, you gotta go. Why he lingering? And then he breaks down on the floor, he crying. They looking at him from the couch like, really? So you want to talk about how you grew up poor. Okay, here we go. The tiny little violin, the violin strings is playing. Now you got to talk about your past and how your life was, because all of this is why you cheated. You growing up poor at 10 is why you cheating at 40. I see the correlation. Makes perfect sense to me. Please. But anyway, the hero of this one is that daughter, because I was like, whoo, she deserve an award for that role. I mean, not the role, but that part, that scene, those scenes. She ate them scenes. She let him know. Now it's just time for you to go, dude. They giving you your freedom. You know what I find ironic? You wanted freedom. Now it's being given to you, handed to you on a platter. Here, take it. But you still in the house and ain't left yet. Why? Anyway, so that was the gist. There were some other small things that happened in this episode, but to me, the bulk of it, like 85%, were those scenes. They really focused on them a lot. And I'm sure in the next episode, we're going to kind of like deal with G.I. and her grandmother, like talking to her mother and, about this husband and his mother, weird stuff. But anyway, I have never felt so inclined that I need to do a review every week for a drama on 2 episodes that I watch. And I've had some doozies. And maybe I should have done it before, but I feel like it's a must with this drama. It's a must, because I'm never going to remember all of this at the end that I want to harp on and talk about. So I'm signing off for this part, but we're going to attach episode 8 to this, because I'm getting ready to go watch that now. And then we're going to add that to this. And yeah, this will be a review for episodes 7 and 8. See you in a few. when I come back with episode 8. Okay, so I watched episode 8. And I'm not as heated as I was when I was watching episode 7. But I feel like episode 8, they laid some groundwork for what's to come for episode 9. So, which is probably why I wasn't as heated. But I will say when episode 8 started, and it was that daggone professor with his little rant, cry, and oh, woe was me, feel sorry for me, even though I'm a cheater. I was highly annoyed that was the opening scene, but I figured it would be, but still, it still annoyed me. So, I do like the fact that G.I.'s grandmother told her daughter, you know, it seems a little strange how he's hanging out with his mother. You know, if other people saw that, that doesn't look like a mother-son relationship. And of course, the daughter, you know, her daughter was like, oh, no, you know, da-da-da. But you know, in the back of your mind, you having doubts about this too. Let's be honest. But I give kudos to her mom because she could have just ignored her or something on the road. This way, you can't say, I ain't tell you because I told you. So that's that. So I love that she started peeping game though. Because like, why he feeding her kimbap? You walk in and she, and it, where they do that at? And like when she definitely was mad. And he was like, are you mad? She was like, you know what, here's your suitcase, basically. Why don't you go in and stay there for a month or so until you feel comfortable that she's okay by yourself? Because like this whole back and forth thing and you spending time, it looks strange. I got friends sending me pictures. It just doesn't look good. And he really wasn't really seeing her point, I felt like. And so, you know, she was just like, no, like, this is what you need to do. Like, because he was like, are you mad? And she's like, I'm not mad. Well, no, you really are mad. Tell him you mad. Let him know. I understand you got this whole perfect wife thing going on and he's like the perfect husband, but this ain't right. And you need to let him know. She was like, well, but I liked how she showed him the pictures that was in his phone and said, if this was my stepfather and if the roles were reversed, would you be okay with it? Would you think it seemed normal? Would you not see that or wonder like this seems strange? I feel like slightly that got him to kind of see her point. So I was like, oh, okay. But then, you know, he went on with his story how his mother didn't care for him and it was all about his oldest brother, or, you know, she came along and she made him da-da-da-da-da. She was like, but you were 8, you were 10, you're not that age no more. He was like, but she was there for me, I just want to be there for her. So, you know, the writers kind of had you feeling like, okay, is this how he really feeling, even though they portraying it very strangely? But I feel like the stepmother, she got a whole different agenda, even if that's how he feel, but I'm not so sure. But I'll tell you why I'm skeptical, or not skeptical, but I'm wondering if maybe it's more on her end and not his, and he was legit about what he said. So then you guys, who else did we deal with? You know, we dealt with the one who's like in the hospital, and you know, now he's saying he's gonna end it with the other girl. I don't believe it, but okay. Your parents are saying you need to end it, and I feel like you're going to try to end it, but I don't see where that's going. What else is going on? So it was just like little stuff. 8 wasn't like, I don't have as much to say, let's just say that about 8, which is good because I was very long-winded on episode 7. But what's up with this Jeju Island trip? Because these 3 ladies that we don't really know how they fit into this whole drama yet are going to the island. Jeju are on a flight. But the perfect husband is also on a flight going for whatever reasons. I can't remember why he's going. And so that is when I said to myself, so is he not into his stepmother? Like, they leading us to believe, or the writers leading us astray? Because it seems ironic that he's headed to Jeju Island on the same flight at the same time as these 3 ladies. Is he not having an affair yet, but he going to end up having an affair with one of these girls on Jeju Island? The writers got me puzzled, but I like that. Because when I could figure the drama out, I mean, I still watch it, but it's like, all right, I already know what's going to happen. It's nice when the writers had me, like, scratching my head, like, And this one definitely has me scratching my head. So we shall see what happens when episode 9 drops. So until next, before I forget, if you watch episode 7 and 8, let me know. Seriously, I mean it. I love you guys commenting and me responding, seeing what you thought and this and that. So as I always say, let's create a dialogue in the comments. If you're new and this is your first video you're watching, be sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment as well. And with all that said, until next time, guys, this is Philly Bree saying bye.